one thing immediately that I noticed about this is, see how like hazy this is? My old Haze machine, I feel like the fan didn't and the hazer didn't work that well. Like this is still staying pretty hazy, even like well after I've, you know, shot this and blasted it in the space. Where the other one, I don't feel like it did a great job of like hazing up the room nearly as well as this. This is very impressive. I'm not gonna lie, like this is kind of crazy how much it is doing. Now we get the remote here. I'm kind of curious now too. All right, so like if I'm holding down the button, it just kind of fires off single shots there. Oh, okay, so now it's just going to town. It depends on the mode. That's cool, because before I was just kind of holding down this button on here. So it seems like the side, you just kind of hold it down. But this remote is very helpful. So let's check what is included with this case here. We've got manuals, all right. First time you open this up, it's covered in a little plastic. All right, this is really cool. This is the main, and it feels like premium. It's like a premium plastic. I like to have magnet with the lid there. It's kind of cool. Now there's you can press this button in and turn it. This is what excites me the most about this thing, because my other hassle with like this other brand that I've been using, it's, you know, just like a straight thing, and I gotta lean it, and the oil kind of leans this way. I don't know, it's not ideal, or I gotta have an attachment that like bends it to kind of have direction. But this, I can use it this way, or I can bend it or turn it right back up to be the same sort of thing where I want to aim it like this. But I do like that like pistol grip kind of motion, because I find a lot of times while I'm shooting these type of videos, B-rolls, I like to kind of aim it like so and shoot. So I really like the design of this, which is kind of another, probably I would say the main reason, with a few other things, why I'm kind of switching away from my older system and switching to this COLBOR. I think they did a really great job with designing this, but we're going to continue to get into that. So it also has this fan and light attachment here, which, you know, take that off, magnetizes on, which is very cool, very neat, very great design. And it only goes on one way. You line up the two little lines there, and boom, it goes on there and easily. So the light, you can adjust the fan speed all from these buttons back here. So really neat. Really, I'm looking forward to testing this out. The biggest, another drawback was like, see how small this fan attachment is? Even has a light on it. My old system was like a big honker that you kind of attach to, and you got to charge this separately from the main controller, where this is all magnet and it transfers power through those little connectors. So there's no charging this little piece. It just pulls power from the main unit, which is really neat. Okay, what else we got in here? So it includes some fluid, and here is the capsule that actually has all the fluid in it. Now, I've never used this before yet, and I can see that there's like some fluid in here. Be cautious, because they do test this out, so don't worry about that. They test these units before they ship them out, and just part of that is there's a lot of fluid in the container when you get it. So we'll attach that all later. But what else is included? Because I know there's other goodies in here. So the foam piece, I love this to make it more like a dry ice look. It does include a remote, which is nice. And it's got a bunch of tips. I like a lot of tips. Tips are good. And then this, which is really cool, because you can bend this and to really angle it, where like the other included accessories with other brands, they're typically just like solid pipes. And then you got like a USB-C charging cable to charge the unit. So that's all that, and then there's just multiple tips. So we got like a few angles, and I think you could like combine these, I guess, if you really wanted to. You can go to the hardware store and buy like long pieces of tubing and actually like, you know, attach other things, so you could like leave this hidden somewhere and have like a tube coming out of it and funneling the smoke and all that stuff. But that's even going into way more depth than I'm gonna be doing, but that's really cool. I think everything in here is nice, compact, definitely versus the other ones that I'm used to. So let's get everything in here together and just kind of do a quick demo for you of what that looks like. We've got this piece here with the fan magnetized to the top. Like I said, the magnets aren't super strong, but I think it does a good enough job holding it in place. I don't think anybody's gonna be, even this it's not flying off or anything like that, and you're not gonna be like shaking this thing around like crazy. So like I said, red is the fan speed, and you got 5 different fan speeds. All right, and then when it's green, that means it's on RGB mode. Now, a long hold will change the color. So right now, I got it on green. If I just like single press each button, the intensity goes up. It has 5 intensities, and it goes down. So we got that. And then if you hold it down, up or down, it changes and cycles through all the different colors. So that's kind of how you can control this RGB light. You just kind of cycle it through to find the color that you're looking for, and then you kind of just let go. Or you can cycle back down, you know, and find that color that just touches your heart or whatever. Like maybe you like that teal color, you leave it there, and now you can, you know, as you increase it, it's kind of like a baby bluish color. But so that's that. It works well. And the fan, I gotta say, like I said, I've used other fans before for other fog machines, and it's not nearly as nice as this one. I mean, for the money, I'm really loving this fog machine. Like I said, my other one, this is replacing the other one, mainly because of that pistol grip feature, but also because they're designed a lot better. They were definitely thinking between like the magnet fan, where you don't have to like charge a separate piece, and just the little attachments, the pistol grip, the nice colorful screen, and then they even built in that little RGB, and somehow still kept it cheaper than some of the other ones I've seen, or the same price. So good job, COLBOR, on that one. And then we got this, you know, these tips. As long as you got this other piece that you have to attach, so that you can see that it snaps right on there, and then you have all the different tips that it comes with. This is the straight tip, so I just install the straight tip, and then I just put this little piece of foam on here for all those like sweet dry ice stuff. I mean, this is really the fun stuff. You can surround it like this around products, put it in cups, you know, whatever. It just will like just sit there on the surface and just kind of like levitate there. I mean, and it has a better job of like dispersing the smoke. So it's really cool. That it's a lot of fun to play with. You could spend a lot of time just amazed by the fog, right? So, but like I said, it works great for B-rolls. I can't tell you how many times I pretty much just set up my B-roll station and always like to have some sort of, whether I go overkill or not, as you can see in a lot of the product videos that I've done, the smoke just adds a sense of cool like flair to it. I actually really like fogging. Like right now, the back of the room is fogged up, just kind of to accent some of my RGB lights in the background. And then it comes with, so you got the straight, where then it'll just shoot, little beam out like that. So regular, and you can have a direction, and you can, like I said, you could turn it to that little gun mode, and you can angle it. That's, like I said, one of my favorite features about that. And then we got the tips. I love that it includes this tip as well, where you can kind of bend it. And it sounds like you're gonna break it at first until you get, you know, this really going. So don't be afraid to bend it into place, and then you can obviously better get the angles that you want or whatnot. But yeah, it's cool, really cool. The screen, like I said, it's got a lot of great indicators on the screen. You got the fans. It tells you the different modes what you're in, because you have like 5 different modes for fan speed, 5 different modes for the different intense sprays, whether you want it to cycle through or you just want to hold it down. This remote worked pretty flawlessly straight out of the box. I didn't have to set anything up. All in all, it's a great little kit, something cool to add to your B-roll. And like I said, I add this all to all my B-rolls just to add a little bit of extra flair. And the scent, I mean, it has like they say it's scentless. You can definitely smell a mild scent. It's nothing crazy, but there is a slight scent, but it's not like a bad burning scent. It's just like, okay, there's fog in it, but it's 100% healthy for you. They're using all organic stuff to make this fluid, and the fluid, they do sell it by the 60 little milliliter bottles on COLBOR's website, and I think you can even find it on Amazon. So, you know, don't worry about running out of fluid. And I mean, it does last quite a bit. You know, I don't even know when this is gonna. I've used a lot of it today, and I've only used like a quarter of it, if that, because I don't even know if I filled it all the way up to the rim. So, like I said, great product. It's great to utilize these inside your B-roll shots. It just adds an extra sense of flair. Just be creative. It helps you be more creative. That's the way I view it. So if you're in the market for a fog machine, you might have seen my previous video on one. This is the new one that I suggest, just because of some of the features. I mean, they're always coming out with new nifty things, and other companies keep beating other ones out. So COLBOR, great job with this. They make some good lighting as well, which I haven't actually personally tried, but maybe one day. But this fog machine is great. Pick it up, links down in the description below if you're in the market for a fog machine. If you're not, I don't know why I clicked on this video. Maybe you just wanted to support me. I really appreciate you. Thanks for everything. And if you are still here, hit that like button, subscribe for more videos, and you guys know that I will see you in the future.